next guest is a true Weston icon. She's a powerhouse, a connector, and someone who probably sold you your home, your neighbor's home, or at the very least convinced you that you should be living somewhere nicer. Her name is Leslye Fligor, and she's not just a real estate expert, she's a local legend in curb appeal, charm, and knowing what granite countertops are really worth. She's helped more people find homes in this town than a GPS with a lot less recalculating. But Leslye doesn't just sell houses, she builds community, supports local media, backs the arts, and somehow manages to do it all without breaking a sweat or missing a closing. I personally suspect she has a second identical blazer for every occasion. Please welcome one of Weston's brightest stars, biggest supporters, and the only person I trust to tell me if my condo is move-in ready or just a charming fixer-upper, Leslye Fligor.
Well, hi, thanks, Tim. That was fun. That's a great intro.
So, Leslye, for those of people out there in TV land that don't know what a real estate agent is, what is it?
You know, a good real estate agent is sort of your advisor. Most people have their home is their biggest asset, and before you are even considering selling, you should be understanding, sure, what the market is today, but mostly what you should be doing to keep your asset at its very best. And frequently people call their realtor in days before they want to sell, as opposed to if they could have just planned over the course of a year, it's usually a better idea.
All right. So I know you want to mention, like, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been part of Weston? You had a little story you wanted to mention about.
Well,
yeah.
you know, I think that one of the things that I think is important for realtors is to really understand the community. And my Weston community time goes way back. I grew up in Sudbury, went to Babson College, and then in 1998, my husband and I, empty nesters, bought our first house on Brook Road. And it was back in the days of watching This Old House, and so we took time to hand fix, shine up brass doorknobs and rework a property that was a little bit of a diamond in the rough, and that was loads of fun. Then we had children, moved back to Sudbury, and within a few years later, we moved back here to Weston on Cherrybrook Road, where I experienced probably one of the most incredible neighborhoods. It was everything that Weston is about. It was about supporting one another, supporting children. We had 3 children on Cherrybrook Road, and neighbors, families being involved and helping each other was really the essence of Weston. And our children did go to Weston schools, K through 12. And during that time, we moved closer to the high school on Wellesley Street. And now I'm at a very different phase. My husband and I are here in Weston, and we're here for the long term. We love living in town, and we love going into the city. And we're so satisfied after a wonderful time in the city to drive home, pull into our garage, and say, God, we love it here.
I'm so grateful to hear that. So it sounds like your ties to Weston are really strong, and you're a big supporter of Weston Media as well, which I know they appreciate. But I do have a question about with Weston Media. I know you're also a sponsor for them, but do you think Weston Media helps sell Weston, or are we just making things harder by filming all the town meetings where people argue about water towers and 40B?
Boy, a handful of years ago, I was on the special advisory council for town meeting, and we wanted to, our mission was to review town meeting process and its effectiveness. And one of the things that we got through were the voting consoles, the handheld voting machines, to speed up our meetings and to make them more private in some way with your vote. But I feel like the hub and Weston Media is so important. It's a way to connect residents. It's so, I've been involved in so many things, the Weston Community League, Council on Aging, PTO, WeaveC, and trying to get the word out is so incredibly challenging. And with something like the Hub and soon to be the Observer, and thank you so much to Kristen and the Weston Owl that has been able to crochet our lovely community together. So I am a huge supporter, sharing the word of what is so great.
Yes. So volunteering, community service is a big part of what you do. And as we said before, you've sold some, elegant homes in town, but volunteered all these hours. You've logged more hours probably than I've spent time in a Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. So would you say that you are the Zillow of civic engagement?
Oh boy. Yeah, I did forget to tell you I was Girl Scout leader too for several
Keeps
years.
going.
And we did some really, really fun things. I think understanding the, as we could call it, the fabric of the community of Weston makes me an outstanding ambassador for all that we do. So I think I happen to think that's a value, big value add.
Excellent.
But I will also say the involvement that I've had, whether it be PTO, K through 12 president, or on the Council on Aging board for 8 years, or past president of the Community League, they're all organizations, Nathan, that I really think have value, and they are meaningful to me, which is why I started, my involvement well before I was a realtor. So these are not strategic jobs that I've assumed, but these are really investments of my time because I love the community and it's meaningful to me as a person.
Sounds awesome.
Thanks.
All right. So before you go, and I do have another guest that's lined up here, so we got to move along because I talked a long time up front. Every guest on the Retro Pop-Up Show has an opportunity to win a prize.
I thought I was getting a cookie.
This is my grandmother's tin, so she lent it to me for this show today. So you got to pick out something here, and you win something. You got to take the prize.
I got to take
You got to take the
no
prize.
matter what. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dale's phone number.
Oh, that is like the
Dale's
mother lode.
phone number.
Oh my God. So you've won like the grand prize.
All right.
All right, hold on. I don't want to
So it
lose
says
myself.
I can call Dale, but never after 10 p.m.
All right, so this is the thing. This is the certificate of authenticity and availability. Dale Harrington's phone number. I'm not going to say it because people might be listening. This is very private. So I'm going to read this to you here. This document certified that you are now the proud possession of Dale Harrington's actual phone number, a direct and analog pipeline to the man, sonic force behind the Retro Pop-Up Talk Show. His phone number's seen things. So no phone calls after 10 p.m. Why? Because that's when I like to have reflective time talking to my lava lamp. Or if the Celtics are on, but they lost last night, so that's not going to happen anymore. And no Tuesdays. I got things going on.
All right.
So use this. I think we're going to have some good time to talk. But this is here. This is for you.
I may or I may not ever call Dale.
Okay.
Anyway.
But this, do with it as you wish. Put it in a drawer. In your desk, whatever it's up to you. It is now in your hands. It is sacred. Okay?
All right. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.